Hey there, thank you for coming back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Today I have a brand new cushion foundation review for you guys, and I feel like I have not been reviewing foundation product in such a long time. The cushion foundation I am reviewing today is the new Espoir Pro Tailor B Powder Cushion Foundation. Now, this cushion foundation is the newest formula to be added to the B Tailor range from Espoir. I'm going to be doing a multi-day wear test of this product, as well as compare it to the other two existing formula in the B Tailor range. Let's jump right into the logistics as well as my first impression of the B Powder Cushion Foundation. The Espoir B Powder Cushion Foundation has pretty much the exact same packaging as the B Glow and the B Silk Cushion Foundation, just in a different color. The puff of the B Powder Cushion Foundation is about the same size as the puff of the B Glow Cushion Foundation, though I feel that the B Powder Cushion Foundation puff is slightly thicker and also firmer than either the puff in the B Glow and B Silk Cushion Foundation. As with all of the Espoir Cushion Foundation, the B Powder Cushion Foundation is available in 4 different shades, and my shade is Petal, which is number 3, and this shade corresponds to about a 22 in the usual numbering of Korean cushion foundation. If I compare the shade Petal in the B Powder Cushion Foundation to the other Petal shades in the B Silk and B Glow formula, the Petal shade of the B Powder Cushion Foundation is definitely the brightest and also probably the most neutral tone. The Petal shade of the B Glow Cushion Foundation is slightly more pink, while the Petal shade of the B Silk Cushion Foundation is slightly more yellow. Let's move into my first impression as well as the first day wear test of this B Powder Cushion Foundation. Now, first of all, I have to say that the scent of the B Powder Cushion Foundation is definitely not as strong as the scent of the B Glow or the B Silk Cushion Foundation. Secondly, because both the puff as well as the sponge that contains the product in the case are both quite firm, so you will not be able to pick up a lot of product at once, which is quite nice in my opinion, because then you can make sure that you apply the product onto your skin in thin and even layers before moving on to applying more if needed. This cushion foundation formula pretty much turns into powder the moment it touches your skin. And because of this, you will probably want to work in small areas and also blend the product into your skin very quickly before it dries up. The other thing is, because the formula is so powdery upon touching your skin, you will want to try and sort of not apply too many layers onto your skin because it can become cakey pretty quickly. This cushion foundation does not have the best of coverage. I would say the coverage level is about a light, buildable to a almost medium coverage. So you will definitely not be able to cover up all of the texture or pigmentation that you have on your skin. On that first day of wear test, I did not use any different skincare products than usual, and I also did not use any primer because I wanted to see how good of pore coverage this B Powder Cushion Foundation can give me. And under those conditions, I have to say that this B Powder Cushion Foundation is not that great at covering up pores at all. On my nose, you can see that as soon as I apply this cushion foundation, the foundation itself just goes and sits inside the pores and emphasizing the texture as well as the redness on my nose even more than before I apply any product onto my skin. While the B Powder Cushion Foundation is a matte finish product, you can probably still see a little bit of glowiness showing through my skin in the footage that I'm showing you right now. And I think this glowiness is not coming from the product itself, but it is more so coming from the fact that the cushion foundation doesn't have that high of coverage, so the glowiness from your natural skin underneath just peek through the layer of foundation on top. Another thing I want to point out is that because the B Powder Cushion Foundation is still a more powdery finish cushion foundation, it definitely grabs onto any dry patches that I had during the first day of wear test. I'm not entirely sure if you can tell from the footage that I am showing you right now, but I'm trying really hard here to point out to you the areas that I can see the dryness showing through underneath the cushion foundation or even being emphasized by the cushion foundation. The B Powder Cushion Foundation is being advertised by Espoir as being mass-proof, and I definitely put that to the test during my first day wear test. During this day, I wore the cushion foundation for about 8 hours, and in the middle of that, I had an extended period of time where I had to use my mask. And I have to say that apart from the area around my nose and T-zone, where I got really oily and shiny, the foundation did not really transfer onto my mask anywhere else. And more importantly, if you look at my face after I remove the face mask, I don't think you can tell which area on my face the foundation got transferred over to the face mask. Let's also talk about how my skin looked during the last check-in on the first day of wearing the B Powder Cushion Foundation. The B Powder Cushion Foundation had definitely broken up pretty badly around my nose at this point, and the foundation was no longer just sitting weirdly inside my pores. It actually broke up this time and also bulged up in the nooks and crannies of my nose. This pretty much means that I no longer have any kind of coverage around the T-zone, and you can see very clearly all the texture as well as the pigmentation I have in that area. I also feel that I lost quite a bit of coverage on the chin, and you can see more clearly the dark spots I have there at the end of the day compared to when I first applied the cushion foundation to my skin. Apart from those, my cheek areas actually look better in my opinion during this last check-in compared to when I first applied the foundation to my skin. And I think this is probably because I got oilier throughout the day, and the oil that my skin naturally produces neutralizes all of the dryness that was showing through at the beginning of the day. Knowing how the B Powder Cushion Foundation behaved on its own during the first day of wear testing, on the second day I actually used a much richer moisturizer, especially around the cheek areas, and I also used a pore filling primer in the T-zone. And even though the primer did not seem to increase the ability of the cushion foundation in covering up the texture and redness that I have in the T-zone, the moisturizer definitely alleviates any kind of dryness or any kind of uneven texture that I have elsewhere on my face. So how does the B Powder Cushion Foundation compares to the B Silk and B Glow Cushion Foundation? Between the B Glow and the B Powder Cushion Foundations, the B Glow Cushion Foundation is actually a little bit better in terms of coverage, though not by much. And also, since the B Glow Cushion Foundation is a glowier finish type of cushion foundation, I find that it is easier to build up multiple layers of the B Glow Cushion Foundation on the skin without the skin looking cakey or unnatural. Out of curiosity, I also wanted to see if the B Glow Cushion Foundation, after powdering, could actually be comparable to the B Powder Cushion Foundation in terms of mask friendliness. And to my surprise, with a thin layer of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder on top of the B Glow Cushion Foundation, the side of my face where I use the B Glow Cushion Foundation actually did not transfer as much product onto a piece of tissue when I try to blot my face, as does the side of my face where I use the B Powder Cushion Foundation. The last category of my comparison between the B Glow and the B Powder Cushion Foundation would be long-lastingness, and I have to give the win to the B Glow Cushion Foundation again because throughout the day I did not actually get any oilier on the side that I used the B Glow Cushion Foundation, and there was no bulging or creasing that was very noticeable on the side of the B Glow Cushion Foundation either. What about comparing the B Powder to the B Silk Cushion Foundation? Now, it's very clear that the B Silk Cushion Foundation is the highest coverage cushion foundation in the B Tailor range. The coverage level of the B Silk Cushion Foundation is about a medium buildable to high coverage, and I also feel that the B Silk Cushion Foundation might also be the overall winner in terms of texture coverage as well. Since the 𝐵 Cushion Foundation is a higher coverage cushion foundation, it will be slightly harder for you to apply it in thinner layers. However, it's actually not that easy to get cakey with the 𝐵 Cushion Foundation because it is a lot more emollient than the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation. After both the 𝐵 Powder and 𝐵 Cushion Foundation has settled down, the finish of both of these I would say is a semi-matte finish. But I prefer the semi-matte finish of the 𝐵 Cushion Foundation, mostly because I do not see that this finish actually emphasizes any dryness that I have on my skin. Lastly, if we repeat a blotting/mask wearing test with the 𝐵 Powder and the 𝐵 Cushion Foundation, the 𝐵 Cushion Foundation will definitely transfer more product onto the blotting paper/mask because it is a slightly thicker and higher coverage cushion foundation. I'm now going to summarize my comparison of these three 𝐵 Tailor Cushion Foundation from Espoir by ranking them in a couple of different categories. In terms of glowiness, the 𝐵 Glow Cushion Foundation is definitely the highest ranked, then it is the 𝐵 Silk, and the lowest rank in terms of glowiness is definitely the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation. In terms of coverage, the 𝐵 Cushion Foundation is the highest ranked, then it is the 𝐵 Glow Cushion Foundation, and lastly it is the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation. In terms of mask proof or mask friendliness, I would say that the 𝐵 Glow and the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation are neck and neck, followed by the 𝐵 Silk Cushion Foundation. From the personal ranking of these three cushion foundations that I just told you guys about, I think it's pretty clear that the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation does not rank high in my collection of cushion foundation in general, and it's also probably somewhat clear that I don't actually enjoy using the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation. I think this cushion foundation is nothing very special. The coverage is not very high or very good in terms of texture or pigmentation, and I also do not like the fact that it grabs onto any dry patches on my cheeks while also not able to cover up any of the texture or any pores that I have in the butterfly zone. I also feel that in order to wear this 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation and have a good skin day, I have to really prep my skin more meticulously than I usually have time to do. And I in fact would much rather use the 𝐵 Glow Cushion Foundation than use a thin layer of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD powder on top of that in order to achieve very similar effects to the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation. That is all for today's video, guys. Even though I am very disappointed in this new release from Espoir, if you are someone who already tried this 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation out and you enjoy it, I would love to hear from you, especially about your skin type as well as how you prep your skin in order to wear the 𝐵 Powder Cushion Foundation effectively. Please hit the like button if you have enjoyed this video or found it useful, and also please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload new content on Korean beauty in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.